Yeah, regarding this question that we always get from parents or even students themselves, whether is it better to get a degree first or they should do an ACCA, then get a degree while that they are doing an ACCA. Now, I'm just going to share some thoughts that why there's a lot of students always think about obtain a degree, degree in accounting, for example, then only they decided to come in and do an ACCA. Especially most of them, they usually talk about, most of their university's degree grant them maximum exemptions of 9 papers and they only need to do 4 papers in ACCA. It's like really fast. Now, one of the major concern with students of why they find this pathway is very popular is because they find that number one, getting a degree is more certain, more assured, so they have a qualification in their hand. Then when they come back and do their ACCA, they feel like it's not so stressful. It's like not a big risk that they are taking. Now, on the other hand, I would like to share the view that we give to students as an alternative option. Whether you find that which option is better, I think you can weigh them. Now, first of all, if you look at the progression chart in ACCA, right, you can still get a degree while you're doing an ACCA. That's when you finish off the skills level paper. That's where you finish up the first 9 papers of ACCA. Either you complete the ACCA exam or you got an exemption. Then you'll be eligible to do what we call a research and analysis project. So that's where you need to complete something like a thesis lah. Okay, so a thesis together with the RAP and also something called skill learning statement. You have to write about 10,000 words. Now, this way of doing is definitely much more cost effective compared to if you're doing a degree, then you come and do ACCA. I think you can do a research on how much you're going to spend. If you do a degree, a private universities or private college in Malaysia, when they do a degree, it may not be cheap. While if you just do purely an ACCA to finish off the entire ACCA, even if you're talking about inclusive of the exam fees, it's just slightly above 30,000. So this option is cheaper. If you do ACCA, then you get a degree. Now, and you don't have to finish off the entire ACCA. You are only talking about doing the first 9 papers of ACCA. Now, in the first 9 papers of ACCA, you have to understand the assessment method that ACCA is using. It's really, I would not say it's easy, but I would say it's quite manageable. In fact, a lot of our students are quite okay for the first 9 papers. You just need to be consistent in your study. You just need to put in a bit of effort. There shouldn't be a problem. It's not really like that scary or mission impossible. Now, but students are able to do it. Then they can do this OBU degree. Now, but the plus point that I would like to share is not just about cost. It's about the culture. Because when you are a true blue ACCA student, if you study from the first level and you progress up, right, you are built on the foundation of the ACCA syllabus, which prepares you when you do the strategic professional papers. So if you just do the strategic professional papers, coming in with exemption from a private a college degree or even a public university degree, somehow you don't go through the same kind of syllabus that is from ACCA. So I'm just sharing from an experience, like, because myself as a lecturer, students struggle. I give an example of advanced taxation. Because I'm doing advanced taxation, they don't go through the same kind of training at the low level. So when they come into the advanced taxation paper, they tend to struggle very badly. Now, this is one thing that I thought why I would recommend a student to consider do an ACCA, get a degree while you're doing ACCA through the Oxford Brookes University option. And it also means that your ACCA is like commercially trying to tell people that your ACCA qualification is worth higher than a degree. Now, actually, we don't compare like that because ACCA is a professional qualification, but that's what it means, right, in terms of the progression chart. So this is my view that we usually share to students when they ask the questions about should I do a degree first or should I come straight into an ACCA. I think that